horrifying future wars that we will live to see. Number 10. The War for the Baltics. After Putin annexed Crimea from Ukraine, Europe and America also have been helping Ukraine and to fight Russia, and they're also kind of threatening to go to war, maybe just like a little bit, but the president of NATO, or at least the sheriff of it, said that they will probably be fighting against Russia if they start to take over the Baltics. And this can become a big war with Estonia, Ukraine, Latvia, Lithuania, and they're also all NATO members that could probably make a huge war with Russia in the West. Europe's war with ISIS, and America also with ISIS. So right now what's happening is that ISIS is kind of fighting over to gain territory, and America and Europe have stepped in to take over that land. And the thing that's happening, there's bomb attacks, there's everything, there's even France and Belgium were bombed, there's terrorist attacks there, not plane bombed, there's people who came in who were Muslims, unfortunately, and they exploded themselves, which I love Islam, but that's just sad that they do that. And this could start a big war, a political war, and a war with terrorism. Number 8. Venezuela's civil war. So, as you know, Venezuela has a huge 500% inflation rate, which is crazy. And this could hit 1,600%. And this is really, really bad for the people. And the people are mad. They're fighting against the government. The government's fighting back, and this is gonna cause a big problem. And the military is gonna fight against the people, and this is just big because people even don't have anything to eat and they're starving. And this isn't gonna last long. This war will start soon. Number 7. The North Korean Spring. So North Korea started 100 or something years ago, maybe 101, 102 years ago, and they got their leaders Kim Jong-sun, Kim Jong-il, Kim Jong-un now, because Kim Jong-il died, and they're basically, they're not really fighting against South Korea, they're just maintaining their border. Nobody's really fighting, but, I mean, there's over 1,000 people killed one time in like 10 days because of communists, and there are over 1,000 people dying at the border every single year. And also concentration camps have also it's a big problem in North Korea because they're killing people. And Kim could just make this way bloodier and it would just become horrible. And even America stepped in and they're fighting. They're not really fighting, they're just maintaining the border and keeping South Korea safe. But this could turn into a war. Number 6. The China-Russo-Siberian War. So, as you might know, as you should know actually, China and Russia, they both have nuclear weapons. Russia has old ones, China has new ones, and they both want Siberia for some reason. I don't know why, nobody really lives there, but they want Siberia, and some people are saying this could turn into a nuclear war maybe in the next 30 years. Obviously Russia has inflation going on and their government's getting worse, but I don't think so. But still, it could become a big war, especially when Russia's attacking on all sides. They're taking over countries, taking over Ukraine, and now they're gonna go to war with China. I mean, they're gonna lose anyway, but it's still gonna be a war. Number 5, the Second Bosnia mark. So in the 1990s, Bosnia had 100,000, a little bit more, civilians die from their homelands, and I mean, this was crazy. It was just Bosnia, the Croats, the Serbs, and just having trouble in their states. People were dying. It was actually the highest on earth, the youth unemployment rate. It was over 60. That's a lot to say. And we don't want to see that again, and that could become a problem. I don't know much about that right now, but it will probably become a problem. Maybe later on in like 50 years. Number 4. China's second cultural revolution. So in China we see a lot of protests. Obviously they have over 1 billion people, but they're about to get taken over in 2020 by India by population. Every day there's 500 protests in China. I mean, this is crazy. That's a lot of protests, and obviously people are living in poor, and China's not doing really well. And then every year there's about 100,000 riots with you're looking at millions of people rioting every single year. And there's a financial crisis, and living standards are all bad. And I see that this will turn into another Chinese revolution, cultural revolution. Number 3, the India-Pakistan nuclear war. So India and Pakistan always are like upset about each other. The war almost ended in like 2008. I think they're still just like lightly doing some wars, but I mean it still goes on, right? And since they both have nuclear weapons, I mean India probably, I think, has more. I haven't checked that. They might get into a nuclear war, which probably will be the soonest nuclear war if some other one doesn't pull up closer. That's something that people should be looking out for. Number 2, the Saudi Arabian Revolution. So Saudi Arabia, for me, it's just a strange country. I don't know much about it. I know about Qatar, United Emirates, Arab Emirates, but this is just not good, because then it would just be a country fighting in its country, and it would be crazy. I don't know much about it, like I said. Saudi Arabia, I mean, maybe could get into another revolution. I don't know. It's a big country. Looks like it on the map. And that's mostly it for that war. And number 1 is South China Sea, which is near Malaysia, Japan, the Philippines. It's basically World War III. Okay, and what we're saying is we're going to see the same thing that happened in World War II, but we're going to see it with nuclear bombs and much more responses. Well, we saw it with nuclear bombs, I think so. The atomic or something. Anyway, but we're going to see it with nukes, and that would be bad. That would be World War III, especially with China and America. And we have all those countries in the Chinese Sea, and that would be a bad war. So that's something to look out for. Just make sure you're not near the Philippines, Malaysia, or China, or Vietnam, and you're fine. That's it for this video. I would really appreciate if you would leave a like, and see you on the next video. Let's go!